Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to see about how the media treated Michael Jackson. Was the media fair or merciless to Michael Jackson? That's what we're going to see for today, and what's your views about this? Please comment down below. To say that the media was merciless to Michael Jackson is a major understatement. I think mostly it has to do with racism and profit. Michael Jackson was a gold mine to tabloids. Salacious headlines sells thousands of copies and people will buy to read scandals about celebrities even if they are fabricated. People want to see megastars fall. Tabloids don't report the truth. Michael Jackson was and is still vilified by the media. Radar Online is a garbage. It is a loathsome clickbait tabloid site which reports nothing but lies. People, however, are willing to believe Radar Online even if common sense alone proves they are full of shit. How can anyone in their right mind believe that they found Michael Jackson's child pornography in 2016 when Michael died in 2009? Michael left Neverland for good in 2005, and on 18 November 2003, Neverland was raided by 70 police officers, and everything that was seized already had its day in court in 2005. It was completely examined and none of it was illegal, hence the non-guilty verdict. How could he have been acquitted if they had found child pornography? Some say because he was a rich celebrity, right? Then why didn't he buy his way out of criminal trial? Why did he go to trial then? To be convicted? It doesn't make any sense. The media had spoiled people's minds so much that an anonymous acquittal is not enough to vindicate Michael Jackson in their minds. No white defendant was ever treated like this. Having white skin because of his vitiligo made him even more hated by both racist blacks and racist whites. In 1993, Michael Jackson was strip searched and he was not indicted nor charged, even after the police had his naked pictures. Yet people think he was guilty because he settled the civil case. That is only because the media failed to explain that a civil settlement has absolutely nothing to do with criminal charges but only monetary demands. Indeed, the Chandlers who accused Michael Jackson then only wanted a highly profitable settlement rather than a trial. If that doesn't prove that the Chandlers were after money, then what does? The media deliberately misrepresented the evidence presented during trial to make people think that Michael Jackson was guilty no matter what. And when the jury were informed that the public questioned about the non-guilty verdict, the jury responded saying they didn't see what we saw, and yes, they were right because the media coverage of the trial was 100% unfair. If the trial had been televised, then people would have seen for themselves that the Arvizos were scammers, serial accusers, profiteers, cheaters, prejurers, users and extortionists in the habit of hustling celebrities for money and nothing short of white trash. They effortlessly lied under oath in 2005 as they effortlessly lied on a previous sex abuse case when they alleged a JCPenney security guard for sexually harassing Janet Arvizo in a parking lot at daylight, and they even got a $152 settlement about which they lied and thus obtained a financial aid they did not qualify for. Hence, Janet Arvizo was convicted with pre-jury and welfare fraud in 2006. When the witnesses testified for Michael Jackson and spoke against the plaintiffs in 2005, the media hardly mentioned it. Instead, they made the people believe that Michael Jackson was given a free pass because he was a celebrity. But in fact, he was treated a lot worse than any non-famous defendant. His bail amount was set on a $3 million when it could have been around $400 for anyone else. Michael Jackson was given a hard time for his cosmetic surgery as if he was the only celebrity who indulged in plastic surgery. How about Nicole Kidman, Meg Ryan, Mickey Rourke, Donatella Versace and Renée Zellweger? They have all been distorted and became unrecognized from plastic surgery. Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Ryan Gosling and Matt Dillon, they have all had nose jobs, dental works, Botox implants. Nobody says nothing. The media said Michael Jackson was racist who denied his natural belongings to black race and bleached his skin when he suffered from vitiligo, an autoimmune genetic disorder confirmed in his autopsy report. How could he be racist when he paved way for black artists? He broke racial barriers and because of him black artist videos aired on MTV. Why didn't they say that about Rihanna and Beyonce who also had nose jobs? Didn't they betray their heritage? The media falsely alleged that Michael Jackson was gay even though they knew he wasn't, simply to hurt him because of both his race and heritage. Homosexuality is an abomination to him. How could he be gay when most of his friends are women like Diana Ross, Tatiana, Tatum O'Neal, Elizabeth Taylor? Why didn't they ever say that about Prince? He wears makeup and even high heels. Many artists adopted an androgynous look back. Then why only Michael Jackson was labeled as gay or transgender? Even today, the media still maintain two equally negative and contradictory narratives, that he was both chemically castrated and a pedophile, which are needless to say mutually exclusive, as castration alone would have made it impossible for him to be a pedophile. Since reduced hormones means reduced libido, hence reduced or no sex drive at all. How could he be a serial boy molester, hence had an out of control sex drive when he was at the same time castrated with no libido? He was neither, but the media still loves to humiliate and degrade this man in every possible way, in spite of the fact that both rumors derive from proven liars, Janet Arvizo and even Chandler, two mentally proven ill parents who coached their kids to lie, and Conrad Murray, a convicted murderer who lied to cover up his crimes. Another utterly false rumor is that Michael Jackson built Neverland to lure and molest children. Neverland had a numerous full-time staff of security guards and was even guarded by a policeman who could have witnessed any wrongdoing any time and thus report him. Pedophiles have dozens of victims and Neverland was visited by thousands of kids, none of whom ever reported any wrongdoing. Sandusky did not have Neverland and he molested at least 35 kids. So Neverland alone proves that Michael Jackson is not a child molester. If people who had spent time in Neverland like Macaulay Culkin, Corey Feldman, Eddie Cascio, Frank Cascio, Jonathan Spence, they all defended Michael Jackson and still do as adults. Unlike others, they had no reason and were not coached to lie. If this alone doesn't prove that Michael Jackson is innocent, then what does? Michael Jackson gave more money and time to charity than any other celebrity. He donated at least $300 million to charity in his lifetime, but the media hardly mentioned it, often overlooked it. Angelina Jolie is considered a martyr, a God-sent angel. She is an ambassador of goodwill and has only done a fraction of humanitarian works compared to Michael Jackson. Yet she is now respected no matter how controversial she was in her youth. She divorced two married men, did illegal drugs in her youth, self-inflicted wounds with her collection of knives. Michael Jackson, however, was Wacko Jacko, even though he fought for clean water and bled in Africa, covered medical expenses of sick kids for years and financed vaccinations for thousands of poor kids, but he is always a Wacko Jacko. The media in the USA also started a ridiculous debate over Beyoncé's overrated Coachella performance in April. They dare say she surpassed Michael Jackson, which is nothing more than hype. She is not even on the same level as Michael Jackson, let alone surpass him. Beyoncé cannot even dance, all she can do is shake her ass and flip her hair. Michael Jackson had the most legendary dance routines and Beyoncé's shaking surpassed him. None of her dance routines will stand the test of time. It's a kind of dancing from many hip-hop artists. Michael Jackson's songs are classic and timeless while Beyoncé's most of the songs are forgettable. Michael Jackson sang about friendship, racism, charity and environment while Beyoncé sings about the woman who performed oral sex on her husband who cheated on her. Michael Jackson quoted Bible while Beyoncé used Bible to wipe off her period blood. So to even say that she is on the same level as Michael Jackson is a blasphemy, and to say that the media was and is still merciless to Michael Jackson is a major understatement. That's all friends, we're gonna end here. See you all next time with another interesting topic about Michael Jackson. Until then, take care, goodbye, thank you.